Yeah, it is very well.
And you know what? Go try to find from the 73 season, the 74 Pro Bowl, and the only time Franco Harris ever wore number 22 was in that Pro Bowl because I broke my neck.
Oh my God.
Juice and I were picked for the Pro Bowl.
Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. In a quiet Florida neighborhood, news spread quickly that Eugene Mercury Morris, one of the legendary members of the 1972 Miami Dolphins, had passed away at the age of 77. To many, he was more than just a football player. He was a symbol of perseverance, speed, and the kind of heart that made him a beloved figure both on and off the field. For those who lived through the glorious days of the Dolphins, the memory of Morris sprinting down the field with the ball tucked tightly under his arm was etched in their minds like a cherished photograph. His feet moved like lightning, earning him the nickname Mercury, after the Roman god known for his swiftness. He didn't just run, he soared, leaving defenders stumbling in his wake, and fans cheering at the top of their lungs. Eugene Morris was born on January 5, 1947, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Life wasn't always easy for the young boy, who grew up in a working-class neighborhood. His parents, Albert and Ernestine Morris, worked hard to provide for Eugene and his siblings, teaching them the value of hard work, humility, and family. It was a simple, loving home, and it was there that young Eugene discovered his love for running. From the moment he could walk, Eugene was fast. His schoolmates would chase him during recess, but they never caught him. The joy of running, the wind in his hair, the rhythm of his feet, made him feel free, like nothing in the world could slow him down. As he got older, it became clear that his speed was something special. Coaches and teachers noticed it too. By the time Eugene reached high school, he had a gift that couldn't be ignored. At Avonworth High School, Eugene became a local star. He was small, but his speed was unmatched. Football became his stage, where he showed the world what he could do. His family came to every game, watching from the stands with pride as Eugene raced past defenders, touchdown after touchdown. But it wasn't just his athletic ability that made people love him. Eugene had a warmth and kindness about him, always smiling, always offering a helping hand. Teammates admired his work ethic and his humble nature. Despite his rising fame, Eugene never forgot his roots. Eugene's talents didn't go unnoticed. Colleges across the country wanted him to play for them, but he chose West Texas State University, a school that offered him a chance to prove himself on a bigger stage. In college, Morris continued to shine, setting records and dazzling crowds with his speed and agility. It was there that the nickname Mercury took hold. Like the Roman god of speed, Morris seemed unstoppable, a force of nature with a talent that was both powerful and graceful. It wasn't long before the NFL came knocking. In 1969, Eugene Mercury Morris was drafted by the Miami Dolphins, a team that was on the verge of something extraordinary. The early years weren't easy for the Dolphins, but Morris quickly became a key part of their success. He wasn't just fast, he was smart, a player who understood the game and worked tirelessly to improve. Then came 1972, a year that would change everything. Under the leadership of coach Don Shula, the Miami Dolphins embarked on a season like no other. Game after game, they won, defying the odds and making history. By the end of the season, the Dolphins had achieved what no other NFL team had done before or has done since, a perfect season. Morris played a pivotal role in that incredible run. Alongside fellow running back Larry Kasanka, he formed one of the most formidable backfield duos in the league. The Dolphins were unstoppable, and Morris, with his blazing speed, was one of their most feared weapons. His ability to break through defenses and sprint for long gains made him a fan favorite. The 1972 Miami Dolphins finished the season with a 14-0 record. They went on to win Super Bowl VII, securing their place in history as the only team to ever complete a perfect season. After retiring from the game in 1976, Morris' life wasn't without its challenges. The transition from football to everyday life was difficult, and he struggled with personal issues that tested his strength. But just as he had done on the field, Morris fought back, eventually finding peace and purpose in his post-football life. Morris spent much of his time speaking to young athletes, sharing his story and encouraging them to believe in themselves. He spoke openly about his ups and downs, reminding others that life is full of challenges, but it's how you respond that defines you. He was a hero to many, not just because of what he did on the field, but because of the way he lived his life after football. He was an advocate for second chances, a man who believed that everyone deserves the opportunity to rise after they fall. When the news of his passing broke, tributes poured in from across the country. Former teammates, coaches, and fans remembered the man who had given them so many unforgettable moments. They spoke of his incredible speed, his fierce determination, and his infectious smile. Larry Kasanka, who had shared the backfield with Morris during that magical 1972 season, called him a brother. "We pushed each other to be better," Kasanka said. "I've never met anyone faster, or with a bigger heart. I'll miss him every day." Don Shula, the legendary coach of the Dolphins, had long since passed away, but his son David spoke on behalf of the family. "My father always said that Mercury was one of the most gifted athletes he'd ever coached. He wasn't just fast, he had vision, he had heart. We're all going to miss him." As the days went on, stories of Mercury Morris' kindness began to circulate. Fans remembered meeting him at charity events, where he always made time for a photo or an autograph. Neighbors recalled how he would help shovel driveways in the winter, always with a smile on his face. Morris left behind a legacy that went far beyond football. He was a man who believed in the power of hard work, of never giving up, and of using your talents to lift up those around you. His speed may have made him a star, but his heart made him a legend. The story of Eugene "Mercury" Morris is one of greatness. Not just for what he accomplished on the field, but for the way he lived his life off it. He taught us that no matter how fast you run, life is about the journey, and the people you touch along the way. In the end, Mercury wasn't just a football player. He was a son, a father, a friend, and a hero to all who knew him. His legacy will live on, in the memories of those perfect seasons, in the stories told by fans, and in the hearts of those who knew and loved him.